It is Gene Curtis. I am joined once again by Bryce and Alex. And by the way, I believe we are live on Facebook too. So please join us over on Facebook and check out what we got going on. I'll tell you what, I'll hand it to you guys and I'll let you describe what's happening. We have a special guest in the studio. Should we introduce her?
We have more than a special guest. We have a brilliant mind joining us this morning on Mornings in the Country. We have dubbed her affectionately, since we found this out, as Miss Chili Cinnamon Roll, better known as Alexa Carter. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, thanks for joining us. So we brought you in because you have created this masterpiece of a pastry, the chili cinnamon roll.
Yep.
Tell us about the chili cinnamon roll.
Gosh. So it's just like a traditional cinnamon roll, and then it uses like kind of just the concept of chili. So not like just like jumping a pot of chili in there, but just like the beef that's flavored like chili, and then
you're saying there's elements of chili inside of the cinnamon roll,
and then it's just used as the filling. And then
So when you're making these, of course, you probably have the cinnamon rolls, the pastry laid out flat. Do you put a layer of chili on top of it and then roll them up? Is that how you make them?
Yep.
Does it also have like the cinnamon sugar combo?
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Alex's mind is blown right now.
I'm horribly upset that I never thought of this, but this is amazing. It's so simple. It's genius.
So Alexa is a student at the university. We're going to learn all about her story on our Facebook stream over the next 15, 20 minutes here. Alex is making a mess already.
Got it all over your sleeve.
As we're going to embark on a try day of giving this beautiful combination a try.
The frosting is delicious.
Alex,
it's all over my clothes.
How did you get that on your sleeve already?
I don't know. All right. Shall we do what I've been waiting for all week?
Take it away, Alex. Give us.
Oh, so you haven't even tried it yet?
No,
you just got it all
haven't.
over your clothes?
This is try day.
Alexa brought these in and literally put the frosting on it right in front of us. They smell delicious.
Now, I am not in the same room with you guys this morning. Let the record state, I am horribly upset you're doing this without me. I'm like I might have to fire both of you. That's how upset I am. So.
Alexa.
Yes.
You don't care, do you?
I don't even have words to describe. I think I might cry.
Don't cry, Alex.
This is delicious.
Good deal.
I love the flavor combination because you get the sweet and savory, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, there's chili in here.
I am unwell. It's so good. It's
I want to try to show there. It's not just your typical cinnamon inside. You got what all did you say is in here? You got ground beef, some
and peppers and onions.
Okay.
Yep.
This is absolutely delicious.
No beans. No beans.
There's never been beans. I cut them out right away.
Gene's a no beans guy.
No, I love beans. I love no beans.
I like them in chili, but we thought it'd be a little bit weird with the bread. So,
have you ever thought about just experimenting and tossing some beans in there to see how it tastes?
I mean, nobody's ever like requested beans.
Maybe that will be the next step. You know, when you have to grow the brand, maybe you can have no beans and with beans.
The first trial, it had cheese in it.
Oh,
it got cut out just a little bit, but that could be something I bring back.
Now, did you do cheddar cheese or mozzarella cheese?
Cheddar cheese, I think. Yep.
All good. All good ideas. Too.
Seriously delicious, Alexa. You have.
Thank you.
Wow. This is incredible.
You're speechless, Alex, which does not happen often.
I know. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
So we are going to continue this on Facebook and learn more about Alexa's journey and how she's come up with this idea, where she plans to go with it. So we invite everybody to join us over there as we continue to munch on some delicious chili and cinnamon roll all in one. This is not a dump the chili on top of the cinnamon roll or eat them separate, ingrained, embedded right inside.
So good.
I am Alex, you said you're unwell. I'm unwell because I don't get one. Because can we have one delivered somehow? Do we have somebody that could make a quick run over? There you go. See, I like her. She's a businesswoman there. So. All right. So, okay. Stick with us on Facebook and we'll be right back on the air with more music next on Mornings in the Country.
How does the hamburger itself just like taste like chili?
We just put like chili seasonings, just all.
Yep.
cook it all together.
All
That's
right.
crazy.
Yep.
Jean's going to go do some work. We've got to learn more about this, though. How did you come up with the concept? Where did this originate from?
So I did a camp over a year ago, 14 months ago, at UNL. So it's the Nebraska Youth Beef Leadership Symposium.
Nibbles.
Yep. So I did that. So I did it for 2 years. So this is my second year doing it. And just kind of came up with it. There's some kids that come down from Kentucky. And so we were kind of explaining the whole runza concept.
Yep.
And then I got the idea to put chili inside the cinnamon roll because I kind of knew how to work the field. Just you need something that's different when you do the competition because you're just trying to create a beef product that's different, new. And so that's kind of where I came up with it. And then just proceeded to defend it for 2 days and then say, no, this is what we have to do. And went ahead and made it. And then Dean Hangmoss was on the judge panel. So she's the dean of Kasner at UNL. So then she loved the idea immediately. She's like, I'm going to turn this into Shark Tank. And pretty much she did. And just kind of I reached out to her. She got me bunch of connections and just kind of took off from there.
So you were in high school at that point.
Yeah, I was a senior.
Yeah. And so now you're at the university and you get the help of the Engler Entrepreneurship Program to help kind of launch where you're at right now. Talk about how maybe the recipe has changed, the first version to where you stand today, which again is absolutely delicious.
It's amazing.
So it started with a pastry dough. And then the frosting was more of an icing. It is a little bit more runny than I've had it today. Which is okay. It turned out all right. Sometimes I have a little bit more fluffy, but there's just some different kind of changes. The seasonings have changed. But besides that, the whole concept has really stayed the same.
Have you found anybody else as you've made this? You've got some publicity around it now. Have you found anybody else in the country that's doing this already?
I don't think so, especially not with chili. It's kind of a big Nebraska thing. But I've seen a couple just random little ads of just rolls with different fillings in them, like pizza or taco or something like that. Big name companies doing that, but not chili. Kind of claims Nebraska.
Okay, let's go to your first prototype because you made this at a camp.
Yep.
Was it an epic failure? Was the concept good? What was the first one like? Because you've done a lot of experimenting since then.
Honestly, the first one was probably better than it should have been. It should not have been that good, and it really should not have worked. We were just a bunch. I think we had a group of 2 seniors and then 2 juniors and a sophomore or something like that. And most of us with no cooking experience, which is me. I was I don't even know how to cut the onion, so that kind of started off really strong. But
okay, so you are not the friend to bring a bunch of different things to the gathering.
My sister is, so she was not very happy about that.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible! Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
You make a pot of chili at home. What's in the perfect pot of chili?
Oh gosh, I don't know. My mom makes it pretty good. I mean, it's got a lot of things. We do beans. We grow our own hamburger, so we use our own hamburger, which is also in these chili rolls.
Ranch Girl, I like it.
Yep, there you go. And then I don't know. I am a big peppers, onions fan. We like tomatoes in our chili, but we like it to have a good spice variety, but not be overly hot.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just feel like everybody makes chili so different, which I really appreciate. I love all chili, but I love that you put peppers and onions in it.
Yep.
I think that has to be in chili.
Yep.
So good.
Okay, so I mentioned you probably got a lot of publicity around this over the past couple of months with some news articles that came out in conjunction with the university. Have you had to explain the concept to people outside of the Midwest about the chili and cinnamon roll thing? Have you found there's a regional aspect of chili cinnamon rolls?
Yeah, so in Engler, you get a little bit of that diversity in there. You get quite a few different people just from different states. And explaining that will kind of get you where they're just I don't know about that, or I don't know, I don't really like chili. But I'm it's really not chili. It's just kind of the concept of it. But yeah, it still definitely has everything in it.
Cheryl chimed in on Facebook. You can see her comment there. She said, we never had chili and cinnamon roll combo growing up. We do peanut butter bread.
What is peanut butter?
Cheryl, you'll have to tell us what you mean by that. What peanut butter bread is.
I actually, last time I served them at Angler, I did peanut butter frosting as an option. So sorry you didn't get that today.
Ah, interesting. Oh, Jean's joining us. Good morning, Jean.
Yes. Sorry, I had to actually go do some work.
Doing some work.
Boo.
Crazy stuff.
We're just learning all about how to make the chili cinnamon roll combo. You're echoing a little bit, Gene. I don't know if you can tweak something on your end for that.
I'm probably really, really loud. How about there?
Fair enough.
Okay, Cheryl chiming in saying peanut butter on a slice of bread is what peanut butter bread is. I'm also on the same line, though. I also didn't grow up eating chili with cinnamon rolls. We always had beer bread.
Really?
Which would be a very terrible combo.
The only
with
place
cinnamon
I
roll.
ever had chili with cinnamon rolls growing up was at school.
Me too.
But it was a wonderful treat.
Somebody infiltrated the schools because I think every kid that grew up in Nebraska in the public school education, that's where you first had chili cinnamon
I
rolls.
think so.
And I tell you what, it is not universally accepted. I have friends in Texas, and when you tell them that we eat chili with cinnamon rolls, they look at us like we are the devil. So it's like it's sacrilegious to them to mix chili and cinnamon rolls.
Judy said, always chili and cinnamon roll at school. And Cheryl says we did not eat it at school. Huh.
Eat
Okay.
it or eat at.
Oh, well, maybe. Good point.
I don't know.
I should read the fine details there.
Now, that's the question going back to school. I've had this debate with friends of mine. We always got a big chunk of mozzarella cheese with it, but everybody else is like, oh, we got cheddar. What did you guys get? Or did you get a choice?
I don't put cheese in my chili.
What?
Alexa, do you?
I did at school every now and then. Like we'd get just like the string cheese, and you would be able to dip that
You
in.
put
You're-
string
Hang
cheese?
on,
hang on.
Whoa,
Mozzarella
string cheese. Yeah,
just
yeah.
crossed
You
the
just
line.
you strip it, the string
Yeah.
cheese, and you layer it in there. Oh, it's so good. So good.
Like a cheese stick?
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
You have never heard of that? Oh,
No.
yeah. That's one of the best ways to do it,
I
man.
love cheese, but I hate string cheese. I can't eat it. It's
I bite
disgusting.
it. I don't string it.
I just can't do it. I don't know what it is about it.
Here's a little sidebar about my life. I used to make string cheese for a living.
I know. You didn't you make all sorts of pizza topping combinations for the different
Yes.
companies?
Yes, and I had to sign a contract
No.
saying that I would never divulge how we mixed their pizza cheese.
Corey says he puts Fritos in his chili.
I've heard of that.
Okay.
Never done it.
Weigh in on this. Sour cream or no sour cream?
Depends on my mood.
No-
I
no
do like
sour
sour cream on it. Yeah.
Alexa says no.
Nope.
I think it depends on the chili.
I don't know what that means. How can it depend on the chili?
I think if it's a thicker, like more stewy chili, then it could.
Okay.
But if
Have
it's
we
like a
even gotten
soupy, runny
into
chili,
the
then
is
no.
chili a stew or a soup
We're
argument?
not
Or
doing
are
that
we just
today.
we're gonna gloss
Not
that over
today.
today. Chili is wonderful. We don't have to pigeonhole it.
Cheryl, I assume you're talking about sour cream here. Me, no. Hubby, yes. And
By the way, we'll be going back on the air here in 1 minute.
Jenny chimes in this morning. Good morning, Jenny.
That's my mom.
Is that grandma now? Do we call her Grandma Jenny?
Grandma. Mhm.
Is she one of those call me grandma or Nana? Does she have a name picked out yet?
The name is Grandma,
It
which
is
I
Grandma.
know is just super
Okay.
wild.
She says spicy chili. Yes, put sour cream in it. Cheryl agrees on the sour cream front. A lot of sour cream people. That kind of surprises me.
You know what? Okay, Alexa, have you ever made a pastry with sour cream? Like I've made a sour cream coffee cake and it has sour cream in it. Like that's not that you need to perfect this.
I don't think I
File these
have,
away.
but
These are all
I've heard
future
of it.
ideas. So.
I'm not suggesting you change this because this is
All right. We'll be going back live on the air here in 15 seconds.
This is so good. I'm about to finish.
I can't
mine.
even.
Mornings in the country with Gene, Bryce, and Alex, and Alexa, special guest in the studio. Now, hopefully you've been joining us on Facebook. Alexa Carter, you're from Rising City, correct? And you are the inventor of the, what do we call it? Just the
I've always called it the chili roll.
chili roll.
The name has never changed. So that's kind of just been what I've been calling it. But yeah.
Now, perhaps you guys may have covered this on Facebook when I was off doing other things. What was the inspiration behind this? I mean, we being from this part of the world, most of us love chili and cinnamon rolls, but whatever made you decide, let's just make this one handheld item. How did you come up with this?
So I did a camp about a little over a year ago when I was a senior in high school, and just kind of came up with the concept. So the whole point of the camp was to like create a new beef product or just a new food combination. You could do pretty much anything you want. You
have to use beef though, right?
You have to use beef. And so you just get a choice of beef. We fortunately got ground beef, and then ended up coming up with, I wanted to do something dessert related, just kind of knowing that the odd end kind of things are always what wins the competition. So like the year before was breakfast. So I was like, well, what if I did like dessert this year? And then, the chili cinnamon roll kind of came up in a discussion, and I kind of just grabbed it and it was like, yes, that's what we're doing. So
so brilliant.
Now, I have to ask you two, because you have got to sample them this morning. Is this more of a meal or is this a dessert? Which would you say?
I would call it breakfast.
Breakfast?
I think.
Alexa, what's your answer?
I don't know.
Oh gosh, I think it's pretty diverse.
Yeah.
Like I've been told that people would eat it pretty much any time. So like morning, afternoon, so it's good because I've never served it in the morning specifically. So, but I've served it around lunch, served it around like evening supper time. So yeah, it's worked with all so far.
I don't think it matters when you eat it. It is absolutely delicious. It's savory and sweet. And I'm just curious. I mentioned you're at the university right now. Where do you hope to take this?
So right now I'm in a little bit of a discussion for taking it to Kasner tailgates for football season.
Oh, this would be great tailgate food.
Yeah, that's
especially like a morning game, an 11 o'clock morning game. You're serving these at 9 o'clock on a tailgate under the overpass in Lincoln. That's the most Nebraska thing I have ever heard in my life.
Somebody on the stream wants to know what it looks like. I just held my my mostly eaten one up.
Mine's a little bit bigger.
Okay. Alexa, show us again for the folks on Facebook what it looks like. We've just got, essentially, I'm going to say it's chili embedded into a cinnamon roll, and it's perfect.
But she explained that it's not, you don't just ladle chili as
not
the
that
filling.
Easy.
Okay, so you are in the Angler program now,
yes.
And from what I understand, you are kind of doing some testing. Talk about that.
Yeah, so just trying to get quite a bit of feedback right now. So just kind of testing different doughs. That's really what we're focusing on right now, just because it's kind of easier to change. Like the filling most people it was just I did a big feedback thing, brought some in for everyone to try last week. So that's where I'm getting this feedback where not enough filling or too many peppers and onions, or a lot of them were about the dough. So then last week I was home and we tried 2 different types of dough, and those ones didn't work. So now this is back to what I had before we started changing a couple things. But yeah, so still kind of testing on the dough, but just, yeah.
All right, Alexa, let's hold up that cinnamon roll one more time. Show folks on Facebook and anybody who wants to go back and watch later what this looks like.
Oh,
absolute
yum.
Perfection. Well done, Alexa.
Yum.
Thank you.
You made Alex speechless. Brought us in a little breakfast. We appreciate that. Sorry, Gene.
It's all right. I'm just going to go in the corner and cry for a while. Well, Alexa, thank you very much, not only for coming up with this wonderful innovation, but coming in and seeing us this morning. We'll hang on for a little bit longer here on Facebook. So if you haven't joined us yet, please do. And we'll be right back with more music next on Mornings in the Country.
Alexa, what did we miss? What have we not talked about that's important as part of your story?
I don't really know.
We've covered it all.
We've covered quite a bit.
And I am almost done with my. This is a filling meal too. It's not like a pastry where you eat it and you're like, man, I'm
Shaking
still hungry.
with sugar.
Yeah, this is filling.
We've talked about a lot of things related to your brilliance here. You're also in college.
Yes.
What are you doing? What do you hope to do in the future?
I hope to become an ag teacher. So right now I'm focusing in ag education with a couple minors just to try to help push that a little bit. But yeah, really kind of focusing on getting entrepreneurship stuff started. This is one of 2 businesses right now, so trying a little bit.
You want to reveal the other business?
I have a craft business.
What kind of crafts?
Yep. I make dream catchers and then like other like yarn wall decorations. And then trying to get a few like different like fabric banners. Trying to see where that can go, but
I know you're still working on recipes and stuff with the chili roll, but are they available commercially, or is this just a concept right now?
Just a concept.
You're not like dealing them on the side.
No, but I probably could.
Gene would pay a lot of money to get one of these delivered right now.
Yeah, no, I have so many people that are like, why haven't I gotten one yet? And so yeah,
I'm gonna have DoorDash there in about 5 minutes. Send one this way.
I would love to see these at a Husker football tailgate. So keep us posted on your progress, and if that's open to the public, I think our listeners today would love to get their hands on one of these. Alexa, thank you for coming in here. This has been fun.
Yep, thank you.
All right, thanks everybody for joining us on Facebook. We appreciate it. We'll see you guys back on the radio shortly.